This is the plaintiff, Lynn. She says she was sitting in her parked Mercedes-Benz reading a book, waiting for her child, when all of a sudden her car shook violently. When she looked up, she saw the defendant trying to wedge his van into the spot in front of her, and he hit her car. The guy begged her not to call the cops, but she did and filed a report. Turns out the defendant's insurance was canceled. She's out $275 in repair costs and is suing for just that today. This is the defendant, Irvin Robinson. He says the plaintiff was pulling out of her parking spot, misjudged the distance between their cars, and she hit him. Then she jumped out of her car, ranting and raving, called the cops, and is now trying to pin it on him for damages he didn't cause. Some people. He's accused of rear-ending the plaintiff.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case in the docket. The plaintiff says she was sitting in her car reading a book when the defendant hit her with his van. But the defendant says that she was moving, trying to wedge out of the parking space when she hit him. It's the case of your wedgie cost me dearly.
Okay, you've asked to be referred to only as Lynn. Lynn, you are suing Irvin Robinson for $275. The amount it's going to cost to fix your car, which you say was damaged as a result of his negligence. Tell me what happened.
Okay, August 24th, I was in my car, parked, keys on the dash, car shut off,
Keys on
windows
the dash?
down. Yeah, because I have a smart car, and if you have the windows down, you have to turn the car off or the car will go ding, 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 ding. So I take the keys out, put it on the dash, and I'm reading, waiting for my witness to come out of the store.
Who's your witness to you?
My son.
Okay.
While I was reading, I felt my car.
What were you
moving.
reading?
I was reading a book. I have it with me. It's called, I can't remember right now, I'm nervous, but I was reading a book and I felt my car moving.
I think it's 50 Shades of Grey.
I think so.
No, it wasn't. No, it's called some people. No, it's called Some People, Some Other Place. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Some people, some other,
It's my
some
theory,
people,
but-
some other place. Anyway, I feel the car moving. I look up. I see a van coming on the side of my car. He's coming across. He's moving my car. So I put the car
Moving your car with his van?
with his van,
Oh,
shaking.
okay.
I turn the car on, start blowing the horn. He continues
Your
to
horn,
move.
you have to turn the car on in order to blow the horn?
To blow the
Okay.
horn. So the car, I'm moving, so I turn it on and I start blowing the horn. He continues on into the parking spot. There are two.
Wait. He hits you as he goes into a
He's
a parking
sliding
space?
right across my car, going into the spot in front of me.
Okay.
So I get out my car. My witness is coming across the street. While you're out of the car, I said, something happened here. I said, my car was shaking. I want to see. I hope he didn't damage my car. We look down. We see that it's scraped, the front bumper. So I said to him, what's wrong with you? I probably cursed. I don't,
Who cursed?
I probably cursed.
Oh.
I was upset. And I said, look at my car. He says, oh, listen, we don't have to call the police or anything because I have a friend who has a body shop and we can get the car fixed. And at that point, he goes and he gets inside of his van. So I go and stand in front of his van so that, that was crazy because he could have pulled off and hit me, but I stood in front of his van.
What's your son doing? Stand up, will you? Stand up. What is your son doing while all this is going on?
I told him to take a picture.
Okay. Did you take a picture?
Yes.
You have one job. Did you do it? Okay. You walk out of where?
Staples.
And was she waiting for you in the car?
Yes.
Okay. And did you actually see this occur or you came after it occurred?
Came after the fact.
Okay. When you come out, what do you see?
I see that his van scraped the front of her
No,
car.
I don't want your conclusions.
Oh,
I want to know what you saw when you came out.
I saw her talking to him.
Okay. And he's already parked in front of her?
Yes.
Okay. And you walk out and you say, what's going on? And she tells you?
Yes.
A bunch of curse words?
Probably.
Probably. Why does everybody say probably? Nobody remembers what she actually said, but they all know that just statistically speaking, it's going to be profanity. Okay. And then what?
Then he said not to call the police. His friend would fix it.
Okay. Is he inside the van or outside the
No,
van?
he's outside, but then he gets in the van, so she stands in front of the van. I take the picture so he don't, just in case he try to leave.
Okay, let me see the picture. So what you're saying is he hit the front of your car
Right.
as he's
He
going
was
into
front
the
end
parallel
going
park in
in.
the
He
park.
could have pulled alongside. I think, I don't want to say that.
First of all, you're all probably in a fire lane. Are you all in a fire lane?
no. This is parking on the street.
Oh, it's on the street. It's not in a parking lot for Home Depot or Staples or wherever
this
you
is this is one to an active street.
What happened?
She pulled out while I was coming in the park, and my car was hit, and I came out to see.
Did you see her pulling out?
No, because I was already in my parking slot. And
Okay,
I just
so
felt
the
nudge.
first time you realize that there's a problem is when.
I felt a bump.
Okay, so if you don't see her pulling out, how do you conclude that she's pulling out?
Because my car was hit.
Okay, so there's only two ways your car can be hit. She can be pulling out or you misjudge the distance, like she says.
No.
And I'm looking at her car in the photograph, and her car is lined up with the car behind it straight. It's not pulling out. The tires are not turned. I don't know. So do you have any evidence that your theory is correct and that she was pulling out?
Well, here's my pictures of the car.
Okay, yeah.
So how many of you, honestly, how many of you have actually dinged a car in a parking space? Come on. Huh? You have?
Yes.
Okay. Did you leave a note for the driver saying what you did?
I just tried to wait, but he didn't came. And
Okay, so you did a little something. What about you?
No, I didn't leave a note.
You feel bad about that?
Kind of. Yeah, now that I'm older. I was younger when I did it, so I didn't do it then.
And you didn't have to pay?
No.
Who else did it?
I've been in the car when someone else dinged
But
it.
you never did
and
it?
They never.
Would you leave a note if you did it?
How bad is the ding?
Oh, God, you're so lying. Going inside the courtroom.
Okay, what's that a picture of?
Don't disregard that part. It's
Disregard the other places where you've
Hey.
disregard all the other little accidents you've had all over your.
It's a banged up truck. You know, like
It's
she
a beat up
says.
truck, but somebody had to do the
she
beating.
claims.
What is that?
That's where she hit me at. That's the dent.
Okay. Here's how it works. If she's stationary and you misjudge the distance, you pay. If you are trying to park there and she pulls out after you're in the process of parking, she pays. But I have no evidence of how you say it happened. None. I have her waiting for her son, so the odds are she's not pulling out unless she decided that she didn't feel like waiting for him anymore.
Probably.
Right? Well, probably not. So I can't have you speculating. Where do you get the idea? You didn't see her pulling out because according to you, I didn't know it was happening till it happened and I felt it. And I have the pictures that they take, which I guess they could have doctored up, moved the car back. But that's a lot of sophistication in a moment like that. He says, I'm taking these pictures right when I realize he's trying to leave. And he takes the pictures of the injury to the car, the damage to the car, and it's lined up straight. The wheels are not turned and it's not pulling out. So I ask you again, where is your evidence that she was pulling out? And your answer is, well, she hit me, didn't she? Not you hit her?
No.
Okay. Well, it's pretty clear to me that you weren't moving. You were waiting for your son. Your son didn't even come out until after it was over. Your car is lined up, and he can't even claim to have seen you moving. His only evidence that you're moving is that he's apparently infallible and can't miscalculate when he's parallel parking, which is silly. So I find in favor of the plaintiff in the amount of the $275 for the repair. And your court costs, of course.
Let's see what the defendant has to say about this coming out here. Your story kind of didn't do too well in there.
It is what it is. I probably was TV struck. That's all.
Well, I don't know. Wait, those pictures of your truck all banged up, you think that helped you or hurt you?
I'm not quite sure about it. I don't know.
You know, because all those other dents in there are kind of like previous incidents and things, and doesn't make you look like such a good driver.
Good.
Possibly.
Possible.
Possibly. All right. Head right down this way, okay? Follow Officer McIntosh right around the corner there. All right, so you come on in here and tell me how you feeling coming out of here.
I feel that the judge was smart. She made the right decision, and I'm just sorry the man lied. You know, it's sad.
All right, over to Harvey.
Okay, you know what? We talk about this so much in this case. Do not move your car if you're in any kind of an accident before taking pictures. Everybody's got something on their camera. Take a picture before you move the car. The way the cars are positioned, I'm telling you, the way they're positioned, that's the way you reconstruct an accident that determines who wins, loses.